What's up, guys, and welcome to a brand new series on the channel. This is how to build your ultimate team, FIFA 21, FUT 21. So, a lot of people are new to the series, or are new to the channel, are new to FIFA, and what I wanted to do was create like a brand new kind of road to glory, but make it dedicated towards new players. There's not really a whole lot of people out there that are really talking about how to get started. A lot of people get flustered, and even some of my friends, people that have been playing this for years and years and years, their asset management is really poor, and FIFA Ultimate Team is really about that. A lot of the content creators, as much as I enjoy watching them, a lot of them just dump a ton of money on the game, and that's not what this series is about. This series is about like creating something from nothing, but at the same time also like I don't plan on going in there and competing for top 100 in FUT Champions Weekend League and stuff like that. So these guys, their accounts just get really jacked up with players. They're hardcore guys. I'm a very casual player, and I wanted to create a series for kind of the casual FIFA fan and show you guys how to build with very little, and basically not putting any money on the game, and show what you can accomplish by the end of it. Last year, I did put some money on my main account. I still do on my other series, the Founder Academy. But this series isn't about that. This is to show you guys that by the end of the year, you guys can have a team that can pretty much compete with anyone. And I'm going to show you guys literally step by step what each thing means, and the stuff that most people probably would ignore, and the stuff you shouldn't ignore. So before we begin, people that have no idea who I am and what qualifies me to talk about this, my name's Mark. I'm the FUT founder. That's the name I go with online, and the moniker that I use. And the reason that I use that is because I was literally one of the original FUT founders. I worked on the marketing for the original FIFA Ultimate Team and FIFA '09. You used to work at EA at the campus in Burnaby there, and very proud of what's Ultimate Team has become. So what I'm going to do is basically start a brand new account here. It's not technically a whole new account. It is it's account here that I've used in the past, but the reason that I'm using this is because I just didn't want to create a totally new account, but I've hardly played on this at all. And the point of using this account was so I could bypass some of the stuff with the signups and all that stuff. But I'm also not going to be getting the loyalty packs. That's from my other series. You guys have seen that. Go check that out. It's called the Founder Academy. It's on this channel. But this series is basically as if you just bought FIFA, playing it for the first time, or you're coming over from clubs or something else, and you're just jumping into Ultimate Team. So enough talk. That's kind of the intro here, and let's just jump into a brand new series, a brand new team. So in order to play Ultimate Team, you obviously have to download latest updates. These kind of happen every once in a while. They're not really meaningful of anything. They're just the new latest updates in terms of squads and stuff like that. It's more for playing regular online stuff, but they just default that they make you do it, I guess, is where I'm going with that. So yeah, brand new account. So the first thing they're going to ask you to do is choose a starter pack. So most people just kind of ignore this, or they overthink it. They think, okay, well, Ronaldo plays for Portugal. I want to get Ronaldo. Messi plays for Argentina. Maybe I'll get Messi. The way I've approached these screens is I pick the leagues that are going to have the most leagues in the game. So I'm going to take England. And the reason I take England is because there's the English Premier League, the Championship, and then England League 1 and 2. And the reason for that is because you're going to really use these cards. You're not going to get Messi, you're not going to get Ronaldo, you're not going to get an icon or any of these big guys in it. You're really just going to get a bunch of fodder for your club. Fodder is basically just stuff you're going to use in SBCs, which we'll get to. You probably have no idea what an SBC is. So yeah, it's just going to be a bunch of stuff that sits in your club, and you're going to use this to basically create more. You're going to use these as assets. But most people just kind of ignore this stuff. They just go Brazil or France or whatever. Brazil's another league that I would not recommend using for the league, but the thing with Brazil is players are from all over, so you can use them for hybrids and stuff like that. But I'm getting a little too complicated right now. Let's just take England, because England is going to give us English players, primarily English players from all 4 of those English leagues, and then some of the other ones. So this is your starter pack here. You're going to get some gold non-rares like this, like Ben Mee, perfect example of a player. He comes out. He's going to be from the English Premier League. We're not going to use him in our team probably, but as you guys can see here, there you go, a whole bunch of English players. They're just jumbled. They're from all over the shop here. Like you're getting a couple EPL players. But there you go. So the reason for this is it's going to be easy to put together this team. It's pretty much almost all put together now. Like we just really need a center back, which will move Ben Mee. A right back. There you go. And goalkeeper. We're going to put as many English players as we can. So essentially what people, if you have no idea what you're looking at here, this is your squad. very basic fundamentals of the squad. Green links mean that their chemistry is really high. That number next to you guys can't see what I'm pointing at there, but next to the ST, so next to the striker, and their it's basically their chemistry is the best way of looking at it. You really want 100 chemistry. Right now I'm at 77 there, you guys see in the top left corner. And yeah, so this guy's on 7 chemistry, and the reason for that is because he's only got 1 yellow link. So in order to get 10 chemistry, which means the player's playing to his full potential, this guy's going to have all of these stats plus that little extra boost there, which we'll get into all of that stuff in the future. But you really want every guy on 10. So this guy's on 3 because that's not his natural position. You guys can tell that from the fact that he's got a red LM next to him. I know this is very rudimentary for some people, very basic, but we're going to go through all of this stuff. So if this is a little too primary for you guys, feel free to skip ahead a little bit. But I really want to make sure that people understand what we're talking about. 10 chem is something that I subscribe to. You pretty much have to have a guy on 10 chem. Some people get away with 7 chemistry for players because they're trying to hybrid with a bunch of their different favorite players, jamming them all into a team. I don't like doing that because I think you're just leaving stats on the table, and you really don't want to do that at this stage in FIFA or any stage in FIFA. You really want to maximize every card. But yeah, so obviously we've got gold, silver, and bronze cards in the squad here. I wouldn't overthink this. This is really a basic thing. I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's just, what are we doing? Lone player tour. So you're not actually replacing him. But yeah, it's a really basic thing, but this is not the team we're going to be taking in. You're just kind of doing this to practice getting used to who all these players are and what exactly they're doing. That's interesting. We got Jude Bellingham. This guy actually might sell for something. Yeah, he went over to Borussia Dortmund. But I don't think that card sells because, one, he's just a crappy card right now. And also, his stats are not that good. And I don't think these cards are sellable. These cards are untradeable cards, so you cannot put them on the market. You cannot get money for them. And what it's asking me doing, I apologize for kind of skipping through that. Basically, it's going to ask you to replace a player. So you're going to get one of 3 loans, and the 3 loans are the 3 cover athletes. You're going to pick one of them. You only get them for 3 games. Just like it sounds, it's just a loan card. You only get to use them 3 times, and then you lose that card. So you can't pick an empty slot. It's kind of a weird glitch in the game, but it's not a problem. So it's going to ask you to replace a player, but you're not actually replacing him. It's going to move the guy over. So we still are going to have that Ghanaian player in our team here. For this, these are the options of the players we're going to get on loan. Now, Zaha and Son are the 2 best cards here. Obviously, Premier League, they're going to be the easiest to link. I am going to take Zaha, and the only reason for that is because he's got 6 games on him. Now, Joaquin is 9, but I have no interest in him. We're not building a Spanish League team. Same thing with Guerrero and Coman, Bundesliga players. We're not going to take them. Son's probably the best card, but you only get him for 4 games. And right now, because we are going to be balling on a budget here, we're going to have to make sure that we pick the card that's going to give us the most out of this. So Zaha is going to be that guy. As you guys see, we still kept, Tumasi here. And yeah, no harm done. We get all of those guys. So we have Zaha in the club. We're going to get to use him. Again, these are untradeable kits, so I wouldn't worry too much about these. They're going to get replaced throughout the course of the year. It's really just take your favorite kit. I actually like this, the Kaiser Chiefs. I think that's a cool one. I'm a bit of a Nike head, so I tend to skew towards the Nike ones. That one's cool too, the Newcastle one, but we are going to take this Kaiser Chiefs. That one would actually probably go for something on the market because it's a silver card, and I'll get to why silver cards are worth a little bit more. But again, untradeable, so it doesn't really matter. But if you were to pack that, it would probably sell. And then what do we have? So New York Red Bulls, not really a whole lot here. Ireland, Northern Ireland, Uruguay, New York City FC. I kind of like that, but I like the Red Bulls one too. That's cool as well. The Monaco. You know what? I didn't even get these many cool kits on my main account, but we are going to take the New York Red Bulls there. And then in terms of the badge, this is really irrelevant. It's just more of a vanity thing than anything. I should take that for Wheezy, but at the same time, I'm not too worried about it. I'm going to take Monaco just because, Monaco is kind of a nice badge. The funny thing is Monaco is actually the badge that I got on my main account as well. So I still think I have Monaco on there. So this is just kind of marketing stuff for them to jam down your throat here, just telling you about the news and updates. Every once in a while these pop up, but you can just ignore them, just skip through it, hit accept, learn an upgrade, skip. And yeah, so as you guys see, we didn't get any loyalty packs, which is very tough. Even on my main account there, we had some loyalty packs and stuff that we could take advantage of. It gave us a couple extra players, but we are really starting with bare bones here. That squad is going to be very useless. It's not going to be a team that we feel confident taking online. We're probably going to use them a lot offline. This is just showing us the menus. I'm going to break this down a little bit more once we have the chance to get on. This is just like a tutorial screen, so I don't want to do the tutorials. I'd rather show you guys in person. And yes, we are really limited in terms of what we can use here. We don't have anything. So that is literally the team, which is fine. We want to start with that. This is what a lot of people are going to be starting with that just bought the basic version of FIFA. This is a very poor squad. It's not a squad that I would really feel comfortable playing anything remotely close to online. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make it as you guys are seeing the objectives there, which we'll get to in a second. I'm going to try to get the chemistry as high as possible by just putting on all English players. Because this team is so poor, we're not even going to be able to get them up to 100 chemistry because we don't even have the right players to be able to do that. We'll put Zaha in here. And, oh man. Yeah, I can't even get, ooh, boy. I cannot even get this on 100 chemistry, and he is on 7. So you know what? We'll keep that on 7. This is not ideal. We definitely need a left back here, but yeah, that is going to be what we are working with here, guys. So that is going to be the start of it, and that is our team to start. So again, objectives, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to skip through all that. We'll come to it later. So what this is doing is this has taken us to what's called the objective screen. So while you're doing things throughout the course of the game, there's this kind of menu at the very top. I'll show you guys how to access it, but it gives you certain things like this, 150 coins when you do things. It'll be like, put a contract on a player, really basic stuff, and then they give you rewards for it. So there you go, basic chemistry. Place a new player in the squad, it gives you a gold rewards pack, and when you accomplish all of these, you get that group reward, the silver pack. So these are really handy because these kind of evolve throughout the course of the year. There's like a seasonal one, which, you know, we'll get to in a sec there. But really, I'm just going through the basic ones. I know I'm flying through these menus, so don't worry too much about them. You guys see at the top here, community events. This is something that I haven't had the luxury of really getting hands-on with. You want to say start contributing. Really what it's doing is it's showing all the community playing towards all of these things, and then I believe at the very end you get them. So I'm going to be gifted all of this stuff, but start contributing means you'll get them. A lot of this stuff is tifos and badges. They're all just vanity things that go around your stadium. They're not very useful. I wouldn't worry too much about it. There's not a whole lot in there. I'm expecting as the year goes on that we'll get some better options there. The season progress, this is the one that changes throughout the course of the year. Now, because this is season 1, it's the very start of FIFA. The rewards are not that great, but these build up really quickly. So 300 XP, very simple to achieve. As you guys see in the top right corner, I'm on 0 XP, and that is going to change very rapidly. I would say within 2-3 games, you're like doo-doo-doo, and you're on about like stage 4. Now, don't quote me on that, but I still have to do a few things. But the XP builds up really quickly at the start, and then as you guys see, it turns into 1,000. And then, you know, about 2,000, and then 3,000, and then it gets wider and wider and wider. I usually, by the end of the season, get to about somewhere in here, and that's playing quite a bit. So unfortunately, I've never really gotten to season 30. You have to do a lot of objectives, which are quite mind-numbing. That's the next tab over. That's all of these things, as you guys see, those XP points, those build up. They're handy in the sense that they'll help you with this stuff, but like some of them are really hard. It's like, you know, score 15 goals online in a certain division with a certain type of player, a player of a certain nationality, and they're quite difficult to do. So I do a lot of the simple ones. As you guys see, these are really like low-level ones, but it's nice because we're going to get another lone player. We'll probably end up taking Alexander-Arnold just because he'll slot right into the team. Coin boost, these are going to be massive as well. Premium gold pack. Squirrel, this is just stadium theme for your stadium, not really super important. But the lone players are handy, but it's really the packs. The packs are what you want to get to. So once you start getting up a couple levels up into this, the 24s, there you go, small prime gold players pack, rare gold pack, premium gold players. Those are quite handy to build up to. Objectives, you can also get some stuff in here, but like I said, in order to get Diego Jota, this one to watch card, basically he builds up throughout the course of the year. Every time he gets an upgraded card, a special card, which will show you guys in a second, that card will evolve with it. But in order to unlock it, like look at all these things you have to do. Score a minimum of 2 goals per match in 5 rivals. So that's basically playing online. You have to score 2 with at least 2 goals every online match. That's not super hard to do with a Premier League player. Score 10 finesses in rivals using Premier League players. Those are annoying, but you can do it. So this one's not super complicated, but it's just going to be annoying to do because you have to do all this stuff online, and some people don't have the cards or the players or the skill to be able to do them online. Ones to watch kit, really this year just doing this for some of those free things in the XP points, but the kit, again, just a vanity thing. I wouldn't be too worried about it. Venice Beach FC, there's another kit. Same thing as the last one. There's there's some kind of cool tifos and badge and stuff like that. And then these are the really basic things to do. You're going to want to do these. They'll get you some real easy XP really quickly. Play 2 games in any FUT game mode. That's really simple to do. Score 3 goals in any FUT game mode. That's going to be really easy to do. I'll show you guys how to do that. The tifos, and then just a whole bunch of stuff you guys can do, but we'll do that as the game goes on. I try not to focus too much, especially early on. I'm really just playing the game, and I just let them kind of unlock in the background. I'll go check that menu every once in a while to see what's going on, but really it's just stuff that unlocks, and they're just kind of surprise and delight bonus things. I don't let it rule the way I play the game unless there's a card that I really, really want, but those usually don't come till much later in the game. These are all stuff for your stadium. Again, not super concerned with that. And then, as you guys see, we unlocked certain couple things. So green link, we got 150 coins. That's going to be handy. And then we are going to want to get these things. Make 3 perfect links in your squad. That's going to be simple enough to do. Perfect link, try linking 2 players by nation and club to create a perfect link. We can do that fairly easy. And then reach 85 chemistry. That's going to be another 150 coins. Let's see if there's anything that we can accomplish here. Make 6 green links within your squad. So yeah, what we are going to want to do is get a perfect link. List a player, buy a player, list 10 players. Yeah, all this stuff, like I wouldn't worry about getting it right away. It's just stuff that you're going to want to build up to. Where was the one that we wanted to do? Single player, training, list a player, buy a player, green link. So try linking 2 players by nation. So we want a perfect link and then 3 perfect links. So the way around this one, so we have 450 coins. We're not going to accomplish a whole lot out of that, but we did unlock this gold rewards pack. Now there is no rare players in this, so we're not going to get a whole lot. It's probably going to be 2 contracts, 1 player, and then some type of other card. But yeah, Darmian. I don't think you can list him either. As you guys can see, we can't move him up, but we are going to get contracts, and then we are going to get a Ghent Tifo. So just throw those in the club because they're untradeable, they're not worth anything, so we're just going to leave that there. And then, let's see, we got 450 coins. What can we buy with that? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to accomplish that perfect link. So just hold down on your squad. And in order to create that perfect link, we need essentially a triangle here. So I'm going to change my formation to one that has a triangle. What would be the ideal? 4-2-4. Let's do a 4-2-3-1. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to create this little triangle here. I'm going to put him on the sub bench. And we're going to do... We're going to do that. So now really all I need England 2, England 4. Oh, they didn't really give me too much to work with here. England 2, England 4, England 4, England 3. So it's technically a perfect link, I believe, the England 4. So if I can buy one more England 4, England 3. He's a striker, though. England 2. Okay, so let's do an England 4. I'm going to try buying a center back for England 4. So getting that perfect link by just putting that player in, that also gave me another 150 coins, I believe, or something else here. Change formation. Okay, that didn't really give me a whole lot. But that gave me an artist chemistry style, which we're not going to get into chemistry styles quite yet here, guys. But yes, this is very hard to do just because I'm starting with very little to work with. Chemistry advances. The perfect link. Try and link it. Perfect link. This link will grant the largest chemistry boost for your players. So we did that, I thought. Perfect link. Like, what is this here? Oh, sorry. The perfect link has to be the... They have to be from the same team as well, don't they? So Burnley. I don't... Oh, boy. So this might work, actually. So there you go. There's one perfect link right there. Objective completed. So let's go see if we can do that. And the reason that I'm being so meticulous with this is because I really need to be careful. We don't have a whole lot of coins here, and I need to make sure that we're getting as many coins as we can to get that last perfect link. So I need a right back from Burnley, or I just need another English player from Burnley, to be totally honest with you. And then we can... get the other perfect link in here. So we're going to go on the market, and I'm going to show you guys how to snipe here really quickly. So we need an English player from Burnley. 200, 250, 300. So there you go. These are all bronze players, which I do not want to deal with. Let's see if we're going to be able to get... Let's see what there is available here. Oh, there is a right back. And there's Tarkowski. These guys are all going to be... $600 coins, though. Okay, so the way what I'm doing here, guys, and I kind of jumped forward through this. So you pick your parameters for the player you want, and what I like to do is I like to set the minimum price at 200. So the reason I do that is because the discard value of a common gold card, when you just get rid of it for coins to go into your coin total, you can essentially just delete players, which we don't have anybody that we bought yet, so none of the guys are worth anything. But when you do get guys in packs that are tradable, you can just discard them for coins. Because the common gold card is only worth 300 coins discard value, I can do the minimum at 200 because it's going to still give me all those players. But the other reason that I do that is because this is a glitch that's been in FIFA for quite a while, if almost anything since the start of the game. For some reason, when you do any, it kind of gives you some cards that are like delayed. It's almost like because there's too many people searching under those parameters that there's like a delay with the server, and it actually just puts cards up that have actually been sold. So 150 is just putting a value on there. It almost kind of like goes into a search parameter that not a lot of people are using, so it's quicker to generate the results, is the way I've kind of understood it. But because a lot of people do 100, I just do 200. Even less people are searching under 200. So again, the reason for that is it just is going to be giving me quicker results, and it allows me to snipe. So let's say this was the only card and that was a real bargain. I can quickly go in there, snipe this guy for cheap, and get in and out. Where most people are sitting there and it's like 2 or 3 seconds buffer time if you just did it like this. So if I just did 700, this might be that same card, but because there's like 4 or 5 seconds gone, if it's a really good deal, someone's already sniped it. So just putting that 200 is a little bit, maybe it's a placebo thing at this point, they might have fixed it, but I've still found that I can snipe cards having that 200 on there. I'm really quick off the draw, and I'm able to get guys really cheap at that point. So just a little tidbit there, but again, one of the benefits of watching this series, I just like to do that. And I'm going to just keep going down and down and down until I can find that right back that I want for an affordable price. I don't want Stevens. You know what? Let's just put the right back in. So we're going to do right back. What was his name? Lawton. You could even do 250 if you wanted. He's probably going to run me about 450. There you go, 450. So I might even try to snipe him for 400 if I was trying to be really cheap here. And the way to do that is you just set the parameters at what you want. You go max price at 15 million. You just hit R2 on the bumper. It goes all the way up to max price. And you just kind of go down and down and down until someone lists it. Now, for the sake of this series, because this is going to be really boring to sit there watching me save 50 coins to snipe a guy, I'm not going to do that. But what I will do is the 450. And there's a ton of these guys, which is why I think someone might go and actually list them for 400. Now, another quirk of mine, you guys don't have to do this. It's totally meaningless, but I like to get fresh cards. And for some reason, when I see guys that have 2 owners, I don't like to support them. What those are called is they're called resellers. That means this guy's someone's bought him and they're trying to resell him for profit. There's a ton of them, as you guys can see. But because there's so many, normally I don't really care too much, but in this case, I'm just going to find the one that is not being resold. It's actually somebody who's just posted them up fresh. And I just need to find that one. Again, just a little quirk of mine. It's not something you guys have to do. It doesn't even matter if the guy's got games on it. I just think it's ugly. But there you go. Somebody who's just posted this guy. He packed them and put them up there. Assign now. Now, I probably unlocked 2 objectives because I think buying a player was an objective as well. But that actually took quite a few coins out of our account. And we are going to go back. And we are going to go over to objectives. And there you go. I think this one is buy someone off the market. That's going to give us a cat, which is going to be a chemistry style for a goalie or a goalkeeper. Throw that into the club. That's going to be very valuable. Cat is actually one of the ones that I like a lot. So we'll go through chemistry styles again in the future. It's going to be quite simple to understand them, but people don't really understand them. They don't really get. Some people think that they're just like a myth or whatever. So we're going to throw this guy onto the bench here. Actually, it's just a ton of garbage in there, and we do actually get a right back. So there you go. Search in the club. All these menus, man. It thinks that I'm playing for the first time, right? So it's actually doing. It's giving me all these recommendations on here's something that you should consider doing. So there you go. There's our 3 perfect links. That's going to unlock the objective, and that is going... Whoa. Okay. Why did that not... Make 3 perfect links in your squad. If you don't have the correct players, go to the Okay, am I insane here? What's going on? All English, all from Burnley, right? Okay, so it's saying that I completed something. There you go. So there's the perfect link. Yeah, just a little bit of a glitch there, guys. Just go back out, go back in, and do it again. So we're going to hit the sniper, but the big one for us is going to be that group reward, which I believe is a gold rewards pack. So that is going to be very handy. Again, untradeable, so not super concerned about that. And we are also going to get something else here. What did we get? Change formation. Small rare silver players pack. Make 6 green links with your squad. There you go. So we unlocked another players pack. All of these are just going to be very important for us. Reach 100 chemistry. What are we at right now? We have got to be close. No, we are not close. Actually, you know what? We might be closer than you think. 93. Let's see if we can make this work, guys. We are very close here. There you go. 100 chemistry. We're able to do it. We haven't even played a game yet. So yeah, so the way I was able to do that was cards have what's considered their like home base, I guess you'd consider it. So a cam goes in a cam, but there's also these soft ones. As you can see, the cam is yellow, and the reason for that is because the center mid can technically be like a soft link. He'll get soft chemistry, as you guys can see there. He's got 9 on center mid, so we can convert him up to a cam, but he's going to get to 10 once we play enough games. Same thing with center mid. So center mids, converting a player to center mid is actually quite expensive usually on the market. And the reason for that is because converting a card into center mid, you can play him at cam or you can play him at CDM. CDMs can only play CDM or center mid. Cams can only play, or actually cams can play center mid and like a center forward, but center mids can play cam and CDM. I know, clear as mud, right? So anyway, we got to 100 chemistry. That's all that matters. And we got another group reward, a gold players pack. This one is going to be super valuable because it's all gold players. And we got a sentinel. Chemistry style. I don't know why I'm blanking on that. It says there's another one. What did we unlock here? So as you guys can see, these just start rolling in at the start. So another gold players pack. Perfect. Oh my goodness. Or did we not unlock it the first time? I don't know. Maybe I did. Maybe I'm just talking over myself. But we do have 3 new packs, guys, that we're going to open. So I'm actually going to open the silver rare players here. I'm not super concerned with this one. Silver rares are not cards that we are eventually going to use. They're almost all going to be gone very quickly here, but they are going to be very useful to have in our club for SBCs in the future. We didn't get anything that we can use, sadly. There you go, no English players for our squad. Eventually we're going to build an EPL team, and I'll explain why we're going to build an EPL team when we get there. But right now I'm just hoping for just anything that is English or EPL, just for the sake of being able to take the team into a game offline. So what did we get? Oh, we actually got a board player. So center mid, who is this? Arturo Vidal. There you go, an 83 rated card. So quite good considering we got this for free. Arturo Vidal is just going to be a guy that we're going to bring off the bench. He's not going to be into the team, but there is an EPL player. Here's another EPL player, right back. That's going to be very handy. And yeah, I think those are the only 2 that are very useful. But Vidal is going to be fantastic. He's going to be amazing for SBCs. And just a whole bunch of players that are going to go into the squad that we can, or into the club that we can just use for fodder in the future. And then we get a gold players pack, Zé Luis. Now, all of these guys, some people like to delete them, but don't delete anything, especially this early in FIFA. Every one of these players is going to have a purpose. You know, this guy is a perfect example. He plays in the Croatian league. I think there's only one team from the Croatian league, which is Dinamo Zagreb, excuse me. Apologies to all my Croatian fans out there, but Dinamo Zagreb. And he is going to be very useful because we are going to throw him in an SBC. And yeah, so for doing very little, we've actually acquired quite a bit. All right, guys, that is going to be it, though, for episode 1. I appreciate you guys sticking with me, and we will be going through what we're going to have in episode 2 in a second here. But before we jump into that, if you guys could leave a like down below in the video, leave any comments or any feedback you guys have on the series. And if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. In episode 2, we're going to be going through squad building challenges. What to look for, what not to look for, what to do, what to avoid like the plague. You can lose a lot of money. You can also make a ton of money in this. This is where I make most of my money, is being really smart with these SBCs, but they always try to sneak in some ones that are going to be coin sinks. So watch out for that. I'm going to teach you guys what to look for and what to avoid. So until episode 2, guys, I appreciate you guys sticking with me to the very end here. Long episode today, but hopefully it was worth it. I look forward to hearing from you. And until episode 2, guys, take care. Peace.